Hey there, and welcome to the Daily Draft, where we take magic one draft at a time. My name is Morgan, and this is a battle for Zendikar Swiss. We're all ready to go. I've got my yeasty ginger beer. I've been listening to Limited Resources' newest episode on signals, and I'm excited. I want to try out some of the stuff that they've pointed out, because even though I probably knew it already, I haven't been practicing it as much as I should. So, we're going to have a tight draft and then some hopefully tight, technically correct matches. We'll see. I just got done with work. But I'm producing this video for you guys, my audience. Alright, again, that took long enough. Alright, we have a sweet rare here. It's sorted by color because I've been doing Legendary Cube, but our rare is a 3/3 flyer with haste, and it attacks each turn of Able. Whenever a land enters a battlefield under your control, you can pay 6. If you do, return it from your graveyard to the battlefield. That's pretty awesome. There's also Rotation Guide and Sky Spawner as probably the next best cards. Fire Mantle Mage is also pretty sweet, but not nearly the power level that Aquam Firebird is. I'm just going to take it. We don't need to be playing a landfall deck to play lands, so there's a chance that we'll be buying this back at least once in a game. And yeah, that's about all I gotta say. And so basically, the tips that were included in the Limited Resources podcast that I listened to were pick the best card in the pack for the first couple of turns, because you don't waste anything by getting into the open color. So for example, I could take, I don't know what I'd take here if I was just looking for the best card. Like, I like Breaker of Armies a lot. I generally like 8 mana creatures more than I could. Herald of Kozilek seems fine. It's been unimpressive, but it is pretty efficient. Kozilek's Channeler is also pretty great, and it's been more difficult to pick up recently because people realize how great it is. But I think I just want the Breaker of Armies here, and it keeps us open, but it's a card that I would be willing to play in most decks. So gonna go ahead and take Breaker of Armies. Alright, now here we do have a couple of options. Brood Monitor seems like a pretty good card with Breaker of Armies, but it's green. I'm not really a huge fan of green. Encircling Fissure and Horribly Awry are both better in general than Brood Monitor, in my opinion. Kind of interesting that the rare is missing, and then a common is missing as well, because the foil is still here. Also, Foil Mist Intruder, cute. I have a Russian Foil Mist Intruder, and it's pretty awesome. Encircling Fissure is a huge blowout, as seen by one of my more recent videos, but I think Horribly Awry in general is just a better card. It puts things into the exile zone early, and it counters a lot of relevant creatures early game, even later. So I'm going to go ahead and take it. Core Blade Whirl is fine. Skyward Elf, also fine. Call the Scions, not exciting. Neither is Dominator Drone, Ghostly Sentinel, also not exciting. I'm just going to take the Stone Fury here. Removal is pretty strong in this format, and Stone Fury being instant speed and scalable is pretty great. Alright, so here there's a couple of green cards, and there is a Scour from Existence and a Tandem Tactics. I could take the Snapping Gnarlid, as if I were to take a green card, this is the least likely to wheel. Plated Crusher and To Drew Beastmaster are both pretty fun, but I think I just want to take Snapping Gnarlid, as the late game is something that's pretty easy to take care of in this format, actually. Here, there's a bunch of red cards, but I think Sheer Drop is better than all of them. What am I missing out on? I'm missing out on a Valakut Invoker, Valakut Predator. Tunneling Geopede is probably the one that I miss out on most, but I think I just want the sheer drop anyway. It could also be a Shadow Glider. Yeah, I think I just want the sheer drop. Alright, so we have another Stone Fury, a Shadow Glider, Bloodbond Vampire is probably the strongest card in the pack. I want either the Shadow Glider or the second Stone Fury, and considering... This is actually kind of tough. I don't know. Considering I already have a Stone Fury, I'd miss the Stone Fury less. Shadow Glider is also cheaper, therefore probably more efficient. I don't know if that's as big of a signal as Stone Fury is, though. But I think I take the Shadow Glider. Here we've got kind of a nothing pack. I'm just gonna take the Blighted Gorge and be pretty okay with it. Sandstone Bridge is fine. I actually like McKindy Slide Runner in the deck that we're kind of cobbling together here. I like McKindy Slide Runner more than most people, though. I'll take a Whiptail, that's fine. So, interesting pack so far. Interesting draft. I think Skyrider Elf is the strongest card in the pack. I don't particularly feel like I would be running either of these anyway, so I'll take it. Goblin Warpaint, let's go. Goblin Warpaint McKindy Slide Runner deck. Probably not, actually, but... Well, we're not gonna cut these just yet. I will take an Angelic Gift, but I won't be happy about it. But I could put it on this Belligerent Whiptail, so we'll see. So we've got an interesting deck forming up here. Alrighty, well the best card in this pack is probably Grip of Desolation, which, as you can see, is not in one of the colors that we are currently running. However, there's also this handy dandy Hedron Archive. Also, we didn't really see any black last pack, so yeah, I'm not sold on taking complete Grip of Desolation. I like Hedron Archive a great deal. I'm pretty happy taking it. First pick in a pack. I tend to do that a lot more than other people would. Well then. So we've got this Coastal Discovery card, but also this Bane of Balaged and this Oran Reef Hydra, and I don't know what to do with myself anymore, you guys. Bane of Balaged is nice because you can play it on turn 5 with Hedron Archive. Coastal Discovery is just a solid card, but it's not really in a color that we're playing right now. The person to our left took a common. I imagine it's something like Touch of the Void or Eldrazi Skyspawner. And I think I just want Bane of Balaged because, as of right now, that's kind of our strat, is picking up really good cards. Here it's pretty easily Touch of the Void. It's in the color that I want to play. I'm probably not going to play that Goblin Warpaint, or this Angelic Gift, or these cards. It's in a color that I want to play, and It's definitely one of the better cards in the pack. There's also a Breaker of Armies and a Gideon's Reproach. Gideon's Reproach is in a color that I'm not quite sure I'm playing, and Breaker of Armies is a card that we already have a copy of, so I'm pretty happy just taking the Touch of the Void here. Well, so the thing about Grove Rumbler is I could play it. I could splash these cards. Grove Rumbler is pretty sweet. Ulamog's Despoiler is fine. We don't have a lot of ways to exile things yet, but we could get more potentially. It's not something I'm interested in really playing. I could also just take this Core Castigator as a 3/1 for 2. But I think what I want to do is take the Grove Rumbler and kind of hedge on this green. Here, I'm just going to take Outnumber. Outnumber is a fine removal spell, and I like it better than like Marasa Ranger, McKindy Slide Runner, and Undo Champion. Well, we're getting kind of cut pretty hard, and it's really awkward. I think of all these cards, it's between like Rush of Ice and Seek the Wilds. I don't want to take another Belligerent Whiptail. I think I just take Seek the Wilds in case I actually do end up in the rando weird deck. Not really interested in Processor Assault. I guess I take Catacomb Sifter. It's like the best card in the pack. Black seems a lot more open this time around. Pack is so weird. Could take the Devastator. This is about the point in the draft where I'm happy taking a Looming Spires. Natural Connection? Question mark? I guess. Alright, so we wield both Plated Crusher and Grove Rumbler. I'm going to take a Plated Crusher here over a second Grove Rumbler. Am I? Nah, I'll take the more efficient card. Plated Crusher is, yeah, less efficient. Take a Dispel, whatever. Ooh, wield a Oran Reef Invoker. I'm actually pretty happy about that. If we're gonna play green, we might as well play the better green cards, right? Excuse me. I'm not sure about this Catacomb Sifter, but I'm also not sure about the Shadow Glider. Sweet. Marasa Ranger is a nice mana sink later in the game. I don't recommend pumping mana into her if you have other things to do, but she is pretty good. I mean, I'm not going to take another Belligerent Whiptail. Silent Skimmer is actually not great against us, but, you know, it's nice to have, suppose. Now I wish I had that second Stone Fury instead of a Shadow Glider, but that's just me. Here, pretty easily, just first picking this Evolving Wilds. Our deck is a little bit rough in the mana situation, and I'm not playing this Brutal Expulsion. Probably not running this Blighted Gorge either. So, we're looking for more like Touch of the Voids, something else to do in our 3-drop spot other than Dirtle. And our 4-drop spot is kind of clogged, I guess. We could use another like big finisher or a 6-drop. A 6-drop would be a great way to hedge the gap between our like 3 and 8 drops. Kozilek's Channeler would be pretty good. Well then, Emeria Shepherd, you say? So there's a Kozilek Sentinel and a complete disregard in this pack. Are those better than Emeria Shepherd? Gonna say no. So this is the benefit of taking mana fixing, I guess, and being in green in general, you can take things like Emiria Shepherd, which combos with your Hedron Archive. Just saying. Here, I'm just taking another Snapping Gnarlet, I think. Don't really want Fertile Thicket. Don't really want Giant Mantis. Yeah, okay, cut the Catacomb Sifter. We don't need it. Don't need it. Oh yeah, I am playing white. We're gonna go hard into Naya now. It's an angel, see? It's a combo. So we have a natural connection, an evolving wilds, and a sandstone bridge. And a seek the wilds are nominally. This will be interesting. That's all I can say. I'm sorry, I'm working on it. There's a Rot Shambler in this pack, which is pretty good with things like Eyeless Watcher. There's a Unified Front, which is not great in this deck. I think I just take Rot Shambler, even though I don't have ways to trigger it in mass. Or I could take the Eyeless Watcher or the Giant Mantis and just kind of abandon red. Nah, I'll take the Eyeless Watcher. So here we have a couple of options. There is a Fire Mantle Mage and a Slab Hammer, which is great for the aggressive deck that I was trying to build. There's also a Natural Connection, though, which I think is just better because I have all these white cards now. Awkwardly. But I do have a couple of landfall creatures that Natural Connection kind of combos with, so we're gonna go for it. Sanctum of Ugin, you say? I don't think this is a Sanctum of Ugin deck. Am I even the same person anymore? Like, I can't believe I'm saying that, but I don't think I'm a Sanctum of Ugin deck. I'm just gonna take a Scour from Existence for the sideboard and cry softly to myself later tonight when I stop this draft. There's that again. I don't really want this Scythe Bird. I'm going to take Pathway Arrows because I'm not playing this Onto Greathorn or this Lava Step Raider. And Pathway Arrows is at least a sideboard card against the X1 deck. I could take a Fortified Rampart. I'm just going to take another Natural Connection and put it in my sideboard. No, Reclaiming Vines, because I already have 2 Natural Connections. Infused with the Elements is actually pretty sweet in this deck. It's a fun combat trick. I will take a Fertile Thicket this time around over the Giant Mantis. What's the cut here? I think it's just Rot Shambler. Ooh, wait, we have an Eyeless Watcher now. I'm gonna take the Eyeless Watcher. I don't really want it though. The payoff isn't really there. Yeah, okay. I'll cut it. So this is a deck. I don't know how it happened. It just kind of did. We've got 2 Snapping Gnarlets to Seek the Wilds, an Invoker, some random jank, and then like this top end though. We're gonna give it a shot for sure. We're gonna add some basics. I'm gonna say, yeah, we want to be pretty heavy on the white if we're playing Emiria Shepherd and like Angelic Captain. I could see cutting the Shadow Glider for a Rot Shambler, say, but I think this is fine. So we have 5 white sources. Is that too many? No, I think I want those. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 red sources, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 green sources. Run it. See how it goes.